Gentlemen, let me ask you something simple before we begin. How many glasses of plain water have you consumed today? 2, 3, perhaps a full bottle by now? Most men would say plenty with pride. I stay hydrated, Doc, but here's the reality. If you're past 50 and particularly over 60, plain water may not be achieving what you believe it is. Yes, it sustains your life, but it might not be maintaining your vitality. See, water by itself cannot bring back what time subtly removes. After 50, your body's cells, blood vessels, and hormones begin shifting in ways that most men overlook. You consume water, yet you still experience fatigue. You work out, yet your circulation seems sluggish. You rest, yet you awaken feeling groggy and parched. Something is absent, and that absent element could be the difference between merely surviving and truly thriving. I'm Dr. Prayeb Jamnadas, a board-certified urologist who has dedicated more than 12 years to assisting men in naturally reclaiming their energy, circulation, and performance. And today, I'm set to reveal a truth that most individuals never encounter in medical training. Because what if I informed you that the type of water you consume is equally important as the quantity you drink? That your hydration could be reconfigured not merely to satisfy thirst, but to energize your cells, enhance blood flow, and even rekindle the strength you assumed was lost. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But remain with me, as by this video's conclusion, you'll never view a glass of water identically again. In truth, you'll learn how incorporating one minor element, an overlooked mineral, can convert your hydration into a natural enhancer for blood flow, something that bolsters energy, stamina, and performance without any pills, stimulants, or adverse effects. So, avoid jumping forward. The crucial segment arrives toward the end, where I disclose precisely how to accomplish it, step by step. And prior to delving in, press that like button, subscribe if this is your first time here, and share in the comments the location from which you're viewing. I enjoy learning about men throughout the US and globally who are assuming control of their health. All right, gentlemen, seize your glass of water, since following today, you'll never consume it plain once more. Let's be honest for a moment. Most men believe hydration is straightforward. You sense thirst, you ingest water. That's the end, correct? Not quite. Past 60, your body alters in manners that render consuming sufficient water much more intricate than before. Let's dissect it carefully, as this is the point where most individuals err. First, your mechanism for thirst diminishes. With aging, the brain's capacity to detect dehydration decelerates. You could believe you're okay, but your cells are silently pleading for assistance. You cease receiving those distinct "I'm thirsty" cues, so you ingest less. And even upon drinking, your body doesn't invariably understand how to handle it. Second, your kidneys and digestive system diminish in efficiency. Your kidneys, responsible for handling water and minerals, no longer excel at equilibrating electrolytes. They might expel water too rapidly or hold excessive sodium. In either case, the system becomes unbalanced. Third, your cells forfeit their capacity to retain water. This aspect is enormous. The membrane, the external layer of each cell, depends on minerals to sustain its electrical charge. Absent that charge, your body cannot draw water into the cells proficiently. Thus, even if you're hydrated technically, you're dehydrated still at the cellular stage. It's akin to dispensing water onto arid soil that has forfeited its nutrients. The water simply drains away. On paper, your body appears hydrated, but internally, the cells are yearning for electricity, for minerals, for existence. And that's when indications begin emerging. Fatigue, brain fog, dry skin, rigid joints, delayed recovery post-exercise, even inadequate circulation in that area. Because, do not misunderstand, dehydration extends beyond mere thirst. It concerns blood flow. When your cells cannot retain water, your blood grows thicker, more sluggish, more impeded. That results in reduced oxygen, diminished nutrient transport, and decreased performance across every system, encompassing your heart, your brain, and indeed, your masculinity. So, here's the concealed reality. You could ingest 8 glasses daily and remain functionally dehydrated. Your body requires more than just water. It demands electrical hydration. Hydration that penetrates every cell, every vessel, every nerve. Now, prior to addressing the fix, I wish for you to halt briefly. When did you last experience genuine hydration? I refer to that clear-headed, invigorated, nimble sensation that renders you feel younger than your age. If it has been some time, fret not. What you're lacking isn't youth, it's minerals. Because minerals represent the spark transforming regular water into vital water. And in the subsequent section, I'll demonstrate precisely how it operates and why each man past 60 requires this electrical charge to remain robust, attentive, and brimming with life. All right, gentlemen, let's explore a bit further. Not overly technical, merely sufficient so you grasp it truly. Consider your body as a high-performance engine. Water serves as the fuel, but minerals, they function as the spark plugs. Without them, the fuel fails to ignite. The engine fails to activate. And regardless of the water quantity you ingest, it merely lingers there. No energy, no power, no flow. Each thought, each heartbeat, each muscle contraction within your body hinges on minuscule electrical signals. And here's the essential point. Those electrical signals function solely if minerals exist. Your cells interact via voltage. Minerals such as magnesium, sodium, potassium, and zinc convey the charge enabling that voltage. When that charge diminishes, your communication framework flickers akin to a feeble Wi-Fi signal within your own body. That's when matters commence feeling amiss. Your energy plummets, your focus diminishes, your muscles constrict, and your blood vessels, the thoroughfares of your circulation, start to stiffen and constrict. This isn't aging, it's disconnection. Your cells no longer converse with one another since they've forfeited their language, and that language is electricity. Now, here's the segment most men never receive from their physician. Plain water possesses 0 minerals, 0 conductivity. That implies it hydrates superficially, but it doesn't replenish your internal battery. When younger, you obtained more minerals from food and superior absorption from your gut. But past 50, digestion decelerates, absorption wanes, and the identical glass of water that once revitalized you now seems vacant. Clinical studies affirm this. Per research from the National Institutes of Health and the Mayo Clinic, deficiencies in magnesium and potassium escalate dramatically past 50, particularly among men. Those identical deficiencies connect to fatigue, elevated blood pressure, muscle weakness, and inadequate blood flow. So, what's the remedy? You restore the spark to your water. When you incorporate the appropriate minerals, even in minimal quantities, your hydration turns functional. The water can at last permeate your cells. Your circulation expands, your energy stabilizes, your mind clarifies, and you start sensing that consistent current of life coursing through you once more. This is what I term electrical hydration. It's the distinction between dousing water onto your body and illuminating it from inside. And it's simpler than you imagine, since nature has already crafted 4 pivotal minerals that can reactivate that internal switch. Each performs a distinct function: relaxation, balance, communication, and hormone safeguarding. Collectively, they form what I term the circulation code. So let us proceed through them individually, commencing with the singular most potent mineral for men past 60, the one capable of literally easing your arteries and reinstating flow across every bodily part. If there's a single mineral each man past 60 should memorize, it's magnesium. I label it the relaxation mineral. And upon comprehending its actions, you'll grasp why numerous men feel tense, restless, and depleted, even believing they're healthy. Here's the straightforward reality. Your heart, your blood vessels, your muscles all depend on magnesium to release, to unwind following each contraction, to respire again post each beat. You see, calcium instructs your muscles to contract. Magnesium instructs them to loosen. It's an ideal dance, tension, and relaxation. But past 50, magnesium levels commence declining, and when magnesium is deficient, calcium dominates. Your arteries remain constricted, your blood pressure elevates, your circulation decelerates. That constriction doesn't merely occur in your shoulders or back, it occurs within your blood vessels as well. Envision a garden hose perpetually half-kinked. The water continues flowing, but not unrestricted. That's what transpires when your body depletes magnesium. Now, here's an aspect research demonstrates evidently. Studies from the Cleveland Clinic and NIH affirm that over 75% of men exhibit magnesium deficiency. That deficiency doesn't solely impact your heart. It influences your energy, your sleep, your mood, and indeed, your performance. Because when blood flow decelerates, everything decelerates. Magnesium is also vital for over 300 bodily processes, from generating energy within your cells to soothing your nervous system. When you reinstate it, changes commence rapidly. Your sleep deepens, your muscles unwind, your focus intensifies, and your circulation, the essence of vitality, revives once more. So, how do you remedy it? Commence modestly. Incorporate magnesium straight into your water. Not the inexpensive variety in multivitamins. Those absorb minimally. You desire magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate. They dissolve readily, taste gentle, and absorb effectively. Here's my recommendation to patients. Half a teaspoon of magnesium glycinate powder in your morning water glass. Stir thoroughly. Consume it gradually. Inhale deeply a few times as you do. You'll sense your system awakening softly, calm, yet energized. Perform this daily for 3 weeks. You'll observe smoother mornings, enhanced focus, and indeed, more robust, more consistent circulation in the vital areas. Because when your arteries unwind, your energy circulates, your heart operates more effortlessly, and your confidence, physical and emotional alike, begins returning. Magnesium is the silent bass. It doesn't proclaim, it doesn't exaggerate. It merely reinstates what time has constricted. And once that relaxation returns, you're prepared for the subsequent vital mineral, the one determining if all the water you ingest truly remains within your cells or simply flows right past you. Now that your blood vessels are unwound and prepared, let's discuss the mineral determining where hydration truly penetrates your cells. Sodium. Wait, doc, hold on. You refer to salt? Isn't that harmful for blood pressure? Excellent inquiry. But here's the reality most men never learn. It's not salt posing the issue. It's the incorrect type of salt. See, the sodium in processed foods, canned soups, chips, and frozen meals is the villain. It's refined, bleached, and deprived of all accompanying minerals. That sodium type disrupts balance, extracts water from cells, and leaves you puffy, fatigued, and dehydrated. But natural sodium, found in unrefined sea salt or Himalayan pink salt, tells a wholly different tale. It includes trace minerals like magnesium, potassium, and calcium that collaborate to aid your body in utilizing water properly. Consider sodium as the gatekeeper. It determines if water enters cells or lingers outside. Ineffective. Without sufficient sodium, hydration remains superficial. Your body takes in water, but it never reaches inside the cell, where true enchantment occurs. That's why numerous men inform me, Dr. Hayes, I consume water throughout the day, but I still feel thirsty and fatigued. That's not thirst, that's cells craving electrolytes. When sodium is too scarce, you forfeit the capacity to retain water where it's most essential. You excrete it, and hydration vanishes before your body utilizes it. So here's my recommendation. Every morning, take your large water glass, the same one with your magnesium mixed in, and include a tiny pinch of natural salt, literally, merely your pinky's tip. You won't taste it much, but your body will perceive the difference. That small pinch assists cells in absorbing water profoundly. You'll observe prolonged hydration. Your energy seems more stable. No additional dizzy episodes upon standing. No more mid-morning fatigue or brain fog. Consider it as adjusting your body's electrical framework. That sodium trace activates the switch, rendering hydration active rather than passive. And no, you won't elevate your blood pressure. In truth, various studies from the Mayo Clinic and Harvard Health indicate that when natural sodium balances with magnesium and potassium, it actually aids blood pressure stability. So, gentlemen, cease dreading genuine salt. Your body requires it. Your cells rely upon it. Simply maintain it pure, unrefined, and moderate, because this single mineral not only aids water entry into cells, it empowers them. Now that your water possesses a gatekeeper, it's time to encounter the balancer, the mineral ensuring everything operates harmoniously, from heart rhythm to muscle control to the steady, rhythmic blood flow across your body. If magnesium acts as the relaxer and sodium as the gatekeeper, then potassium serves as the balancer, the silent force maintaining harmony throughout. Every electrical signal within your body, from heartbeat to muscle contractions, relies on the subtle interplay between sodium and potassium. Excessive sodium renders your system tense and overcharged. Insufficient causes energy decline. Potassium is the mineral evening the scales. It pacifies the internal storm. Here's an aspect most men overlook. With age, potassium levels decline quietly. Per research from the National Institutes of Health, almost 90% of older adults fail to obtain sufficient potassium from diet. That imbalance represents a concealed cause of elevated blood pressure, rigid arteries, and lethargic circulation. Consider it thus. If sodium unlocks the gate for water cell entry, potassium retains that water inside, ensuring muscles, nerves, and heart remain hydrated and charged. Without adequate potassium, cells forfeit internal pressure, blood vessels constrict, heart pumps harder, and energy dissipates quicker. But upon restoring potassium, something remarkable transpires. Arteries unwind naturally, blood pressure regulates, heartbeat stabilizes. You feel calm yet vigilant, as if your whole system finally exhaled. So, where to acquire it? Certainly foods such as bananas, spinach, avocado, and beetroot assist, but past 60, diet alone frequently suffices not. Your body absorbs potassium less efficiently now. That's why I suggest incorporating a potassium-rich electrolyte powder into your regimen. Seek one low in sugar yet high in minerals. Half a scoop in water post-exercise or evenings is ideal. It's straightforward, refreshing, and profoundly restorative. Men adopting this practice often report identically. Doc, I feel steady once more. They rest better. Muscles cramp less. Heart rhythm seems smoother, and something they whisper grinningly. Nighttime circulation feels stronger as well. That's no accident, since potassium and magnesium jointly maintain blood vessels open and nerves firing on cue. They're the duo transforming hydration into flow. When potassium is sufficient, you're no longer merely ingesting water, you're replenishing your body's internal electrical grid. And this leads to the ultimate mineral, most directly connected to strength, drive, and the hormonal spark defining a man regardless of age. The silent commander of vitality. Zinc. Now, we've arrived at the most potent mineral overall, the one quietly governing strength, stamina, and masculine drive, zinc. Most men disregard it, but zinc commands your hormone forces. It modulates testosterone, energizes immunity, and maintains prostate health. Without it, the body's engine operates on low. See, testosterone transcends libido. It's life force. It propels mood, focus, energy, recovery. And zinc is the spark sustaining that flame. Here's what occurs with age. Gut absorbs less zinc. Diet likely provides insufficient. And if heartburn meds or regular alcohol are involved, zinc levels plummet faster. That's why numerous men past 60 feel slower, less driven, and occasionally battle low drive, even when paper indicates normalcy. Low zinc implies inefficient testosterone production. It also impairs prostate function, and if slower workout recovery, weakened immunity, or morning flatness noticed, zinc likely contributes. But good news exists. You can remedy it and sense difference swiftly. Disregard heavy zinc tablets upsetting stomach. They absorb poorly, especially past 50. Opt instead for liquid zinc drops. Simple, pure, absorbed rapidly. Merely a few drops in midday water suffices. Tastes mild, effect profound. Over ensuing weeks, focus intensifies. Energy remains steady, quiet masculine spark returns, and it transcends hormones. Zinc fortifies immunity, vital past 60 when defenses wane naturally, aids body repair, heal, combat infections quicker. So, adding zinc means not merely hydrating body, recharging drive, reminding cells of former performance. Combine with magnesium, sodium, potassium, and you've reconstructed hydration and vitality's 4 pillars. But how to assemble it? How to convert this into daily simplicity, sans fancy supplements, or complex routines? That's precisely next. A simple 3-step daily hydration strategy taking under 5 minutes, yet transforming energy, focus, performance entirely. All right, gentlemen, let's convert this science into simplicity, something actionable starting tomorrow morning, because knowledge lacks value unless habitual, and this daily habit can wholly alter body feel and performance. I term it the 3-step mineral hydration plan. Less than 5 minutes daily. No pills, no elaborate prep, merely upgraded water. Step 1. Morning blood flow initiation. Immediately post-waking, pre-coffee, fill large water glass. Add 1-2 teaspoon magnesium glycinate and tiny Himalayan or sea salt pinch. Stir gradually. Breathe. Drink intentionally. As water descends, blood vessels commence opening. Muscles unwind, body activates smoothly, sans caffeine jitters, with calm, steady energy. Do this each morning 3 weeks, notice difference. Mornings lighter, focus sharper, circulation steadier universally. Step 2, midday hormone immune bolster. Lunchtime vicinity, pre-afternoon dip, another water glass. Add liquid zinc drops, midday charge. Maintains testosterone stable, mood balanced, immune fortified daily. No crash, no fog, sustained grounded energy. Internal reset for day's latter half. Step 3, evening circulation equilibrium. Post-dinner or workout, conclude day with tall water glass. Mix half-scoop potassium-rich electrolyte powder, low sugar, high minerals. Restores electrolyte balance. Aids heart rate calming, blood pressure stabilizing, muscles relaxing for profound restorative sleep. Many patients report awakening refreshed next day, not groggy, not heavy, merely alive. 3 steps: morning magnesium plus salt, midday zinc, evening potassium. That's it. Simple, effective, powerful. Not altering diet, not adding supplements, just upgrading water. And beautiful aspect, effects accumulate temporally. Weekly, body recharges further. Circulation smoother, energy reliable, focus consistent. By week 3, notice presumed lost elements. Easy step confidence, quiet morning strength, defining steady stamina. Because this transcends hydration, it's restoration. Cell communication reactivating, body recalling power. And next, real-world changes expected upon routine adoption, how this habit combats aging's gradual advance. Let's discuss subsequent happenings when adhering, as results emerge subtly. Not overnight, but gradually, steadily, palpably. First week, notice less dry, heavy mornings. Awaken clearer. Initial bed steps easier. Usual hours lifting fog absent. Week 2, energy sustains daily. Mid-afternoon crash, coffee urge diminishes. Sharp sunrise to sunset, not wired, alive. Week 3, blood flow smoother, skin fresher, sleep deeper, recover quicker workouts long days. And many men, down their circulation improves quietly too. Presumed lost morning strength returns. Now honestly, aging natural, decline optional. Most termed aging truly depletion. Body low on minerals signals maintaining connection. Restore balance, system awakens, not clock reversal. Simply body performing designed. Heart pumps less strain, brain focuses less noise, muscles relax, not lock, mood evens. Less anxious, grounded, present. Cells charged, body safe again. Vitality returns, confidence appears. Not ego, calm, physical certainty, and supplement unprovidable else occurs. Clarity. Start hearing body's years-long messages. Hydration transcends thirst quenching. It's communication. Each mineral ingested messages heart, nerves, hormones. Message simple, connected again. Realize power never lost. Just weak signal. Minerals fortify signal. Turn hydration electricity, electricity life. So avoid instant miracles. Seek gradual awakenings. Quiet type prompting. Feel different today. Real restoration thus. Not big leap, small consistent care moments. And knowing body capability, close importantly. Ensuring lasting transformation. Key not today's drink. It's daily choice onward. So, here's convergence, gentlemen. Learned hydration truth post-60. Seen plain water insufficient alone. Now know precisely empowering water via minerals reviving cells. Real vitality from no fancy pills, quick fixes. From connection, every body cell collaborating, charged, balanced, alive. Consider morning water glass. Now transcends water. Signal entire system. Wake, flow, heal, perform. Magnesium aids relaxation circulation opening. Sodium permits deep cell drinking. Potassium balances heartbeat nerve impulse. Zinc safeguards hormones prostate masculine edge. 4 simple minerals, 3 small steps, 1 potent transformation. No youth chase, just body spark mist. Because past 60, not life depleting, waking it. So, do this. Tomorrow morning, fill water glass. Add half teaspoon magnesium glycinate, add real salt pinch. Slow breath, drink as man reclaiming body control. Continue, add lunch zinc, night potassium. 21 days, 3 weeks. Observe happenings.